Hi everyone and welcome to Smart Code. My name is Salar and you are learning JavaScript. If you have been following this course, then you know this is our tutorial number 21 and we are discussing string data type. And on string, this is our 6th tutorial and few more to come. And you may also have realized that string is a complex data type. There are many programming concepts associated with string type. And in order to understand string completely, you need to learn all the related concepts. And this is what we are actually doing, right? We are trying to cover string data type in every aspect. So the tutorials I've already done on a string and this tutorial and coming tutorials are important. So if you want to have a complete picture of a string data type in JavaScript, then you have to watch all the tutorials, right? Okay, no more motivational speak. Let's jump to the topic. In this tutorial, you will be learning character literals. They are also called escape sequences. Character literals are used to format a string, and we use them quite often in programming. So the literals we have in JavaScript you see on the screen. So the first literal you see on the table is \n. \n is used to insert a new line in the string. Then you see a double backslash literal. This one is used to insert a backslash character in the string, right? And we have separate literals for inserting codes like single, double, and backticks. The last two literals that you see on the screen are actually used to insert a character using its hexadecimal code. There is one thing that you need to notice here. Every character literal starts with a backslash. So whenever you put them in the string, you will write first backslash and then the character itself, right? So these are the commonly used literals that we have in JavaScript and we will code them in the program one by one. Now, apart from these commonly used character literals, we also have some unused character literals and you see them to the right of the screen, right? So these characters are worth nothing in 2020 or in advanced JavaScript because they were created for electronic typewriters or fax machines. Now typewriters and fax machines are almost a part of the history, right? So we don't need to learn that. It is just enough to know that they exist just as a part of JavaScript specification, right? So now we're going to apply character literals one by one and we'll see how do they format a string. So the first character on the list is \n and \n is used to insert a new line. So let's first create a string, then we will apply \n on it. Right, so I have a string like this and in the console you will actually see a single line like this. My name is Solar and I live in Sweden. So in this string we have two sentences. Now let's say I want to print them together but in two different lines. So I will apply \n right here. So this backslash will actually put a new line in the string. And now in the output, you will see something like this. A new line is inserted in the string. So this is how \n works, right? It simply puts a new line in the string. The second character literal on the string is double backslash. And this one is used to insert a single backslash character. Now here you need to understand one thing. Backslash is already taken and reserved as syntax. And whenever you write a backslash in the string, so it is taken as character literal in the program. Let's say if I put a backslash right here. So JavaScript is going to interpret this one as character literal, although this one doesn't exist, but you won't see backslash character in the output. And here you see in the output, there is no backslash character. So the backslash character has already been taken as syntax. So that's why for inserting a backslash character in the string, JavaScript provides this character literal. So you will use this literal when you want to insert a single backslash. And there are some cases where we actually need backslash character as the part of the string. Let's say in your program, you create a server path. A server path consists of backslash characters. And you can't just create a server path string like this. So we need these backslashes as a part of the string, not as character literals. So we need to write like this. And if you print it out, then you will see backslashes are now the part of the string. right? So here you see the output. Now the next three literals that we have on the list are used to insert quote in the string, like single quote, double quote, and backtick. And if you understand one of them, you actually know all of them. Now, in order to explain how do we insert single, double, and backticks in the string, I need to create three string variables using single, double, and backticks. Right, so we have three string variables and they are created using different codes, single, double, and backticks. And you already know how do we create string variables. Now take a look at the first one. In the first string, single quotes are used as part of a string definition. They are actually defining a string object. So when single quotes are reserved as part of the definition, then you can put double quotes and backticks directly in the string without any problem. Let's say I want to put double quote around the name Peter, so I can just put them without any problem, like this. And the same will work for backticks. Let's put backticks to the name John, right? So you can easily insert double quotes and backticks to the string which is defined using single quotes. If you print the variable out, you will see quotes in the output. Now here you see in the output, double and backticks are there. Now what you can't do here is you can't put single quote in this string just like you put double and backticks. And you know the reason. Single quotes are defining the whole string, and that's why JavaScript will not allow you to put another single quote in the string because it will destroy the definition of the string, right? Now let's say just for example I put a single quote here, so a syntax error is thrown in the output. So now the JavaScript is confused. JavaScript doesn't know where to end this string, here or here, right? And that's why a syntax error is thrown. So what you need to do here is you will use character literal for single quote. So you will just put a backslash like this. Now everything is fine, right? And what I said in the introduction of this video is character literals are also called escape sequences. So what we are doing here is we are actually escaping single quote. Escape means switching off the meaning of a character. Like single quote in this string is meant for defining a string. And just by putting a backslash right here, we are switching off the meaning of this single quote. And now JavaScript will handle this single quote just as a part of the string, not as a part of a string definition, right? So I hope you understand the process. And if you understand it, you will apply the same principle here and here. So I'm leaving this part to you. Check it out by yourself. You need to escape double quotes here and backticks here, right? And finally, the last two character letters are actually used to insert characters using their hexadecimal code or by using Unicode's code point. If you look at the Unicode characters, then you will find out all the characters in the Unicode have hexadecimal codes and code points. So you can insert characters into your program using their hexadecimal codes or Unicode code points, right? Now, for example, the hexadecimal code for character O is 41. So using character literal for hexadecimal code, I can define a string like this. Right, so the 41 is a hexadecimal code for uppercase letter O. And so you see in the output, right? We inserted character O using its hexadecimal code. And now if you want to insert a character by using Unicode code points, then you will use a character literal like this. A Unicode code point is a special code which is a 4 digits hexadecimal number. For example, the code point of letter alpha is 03B1. So I can insert letter alpha in the string using its code point 03B1. Right, so this code point is for character alpha. And so you see in the output. right? So both of them are very useful and they let you insert characters which are not on your keyboard. So now you have learned all the character literals that we have in JavaScript, and I hope you like this tutorial. Please do let me know about your thoughts and put comments under this video. I will see you in the next part, and thanks for watching.